Yeah, thanks so much for the intro. My name is Alex. I'm building Bermuda Bay, and Bermuda is a shielded pool for that can be accessed by safe, but also by UA-based accounts. So just like accounts based on a private key. And actually, there are two challenges which I will go over through. But first, let's just start with the overview about how private transactions in general work right now. So you have like a shielded key pair, which is used to decrypt encrypted nodes or UTXOs, and this shielded key pair is based on two different keys, the viewing key and also the spending key. And to shield your funds, you have to transact your funds into a shielded pool, which then just creates UTXOs and also the nullifiers to just prevent double spending. And then actually to move your funds privately, you just create like a ZK proof that you have the spending key and you just kind of prove ownership of the UTXO. But for safe, it's a little bit difficult because the safe doesn't even have a private key. It's a smart contract, so it can't on its own decrypt UTXOs or encrypt in UTXOs. So that's a little bit difficult. And also, let's just imagine we have a key that's stored anyway. We still want to respect the multisig authorization. So let's assume we have a private key. Still, this private key shouldn't spend all the funds which is in the safe. Like, we still have to respect the threshold, let's say 2 out of 3 multisig safe. So for the first challenge, we have like a solution. It's called like the MPECDH, or in long form, multi-party elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman contract, which is like a plugin that can be deployed by the safe its own. So the safe deploys this plugin, and then all of the signers, in this case, Alice, Bob, and Charlie, will do like a one-time setup, which will create a shared secret, which then can be used as a seed for the previously for the shared for the account, for the shielded account. So this seed can be used to create this viewing key, and yeah, it's like a plugin. Everyone can just access this plugin and on demand recreate this seed to derive the shield account. So from now on, every signer can decrypt all of the UTXOs and view the balance. So actually, there's also like a second challenge, because now we have the private key, or like the shielded key, but still we want to respect the threshold. So for the second challenge, which is authorizing the transaction itself, we need to do something else. So now we have the account, but what we can now do is that one of the signers can kind of prepare or propose a private transaction. And how it works is they take the nullifiers they want to spend, like all of the nodes, and then add some salt, like the amount and also the recipient, and hash it. And then they will call the SCI message lib, or in our case, we kind of extended it, SCI message hash lib, where we store the hash into the storage of the safe. So how it works is one of the signers proposes the transactions, or like the transaction, and then you will go to the safe UI or the safe app and just kind of sign it like you used to know, And at the end, you can create like a storage proof that this transaction actually got signed by all of the signers of the safe. So you can see it's very simple. There's like a mapping, and this mapping shows the byte 32, which is the hash, and it's kind of just points if this transaction got signed or not. So at the end, we just create the storage proof, and we can just submit it with the transaction itself to the Bermuda pool, which will unlock the transaction. So yeah, we used to know for. So there are actually some cool use cases. You could build like a private DAO where all of the signers or like the members of the DAO can propose transactions or how they want to spend the funds. And then every DAO member can just sign or not sign this message to approve this transaction. You could also build something cool like a corporate private payroll where you have like an on-chain payroll, and at the end, the CFO or maybe like HR member have to finally approve this transaction to enable this private transaction for the payroll. And also there's like a nice use case for private self-custody credit cards, because right now there is Gnosis Pay. It's like also like credit card based on smart accounts. And actually everything, not everything, but the transaction amount and also the sender and also the time is public. And what we could build is something like that Gnosis Pay just gets like the proof to withdraw the private balance from your safe and just withdraws it to its own private safe to withdraw the funds. So the whole transaction will be private, and also like the amount you hold on your Gnosis Pay card could also be private. And then also the institutional asset management, like they all use safe because safe is just safer. You have multiple keys, and yeah, with safe and privacy, they would have the ultimate private solution and self-custody solution, just combining both of the aspects. Actually, that's the conclusion. We have the shared secret problem, which we can solve with the MPECDH contract to derive the shielded account for all signers, and then also the multi-sig approval, which we can solve with storage proofs, and that's actually how Bermuda works for now, for the safe. And yeah, it was like a small presentation about Bermuda, but if you have any questions, I think we have some time for questions too.
Great, thanks for the speech. Any questions?
Could the safe integration be used by other shielded transaction protocols? Like, I know they're different, like Railgun or Umbra?
They don't support it right now because they still have like this kind of EOA-based shield account, but they should build, they need to build all of the storage proof integrations and also the shared secret. For now, that doesn't work with safe, so yeah.
Yes, and then I'm a bit naive, but how does the Bermuda, like the pool and stuff, how is this different from the way that like Umbra and Railgun work? I think Railgun uses a pool also.
Yeah, I think Umbra is working with stealth addresses, right? So you just create new stealth addresses to do. So yeah, it's kind of like the Railgun approach, but not the Umbra. So you have one pool and all of the funds lay in one pool. So one shielded pool.
Because Umbra also uses safe
Yeah,
accounts.
yeah. I forgot to mention that for this module, or like the plugin, you can also use passkey signers, also safes, and also EUAs. So it's not just EUAs. You can also use it with passkeys.
Can you rotate the addresses, the multi-sig signers? Or do they have to be stuck always the same?
You can rotate them, but then you have to do the setup again for the shared secret. But that's no problem. You can always rotate them, create a new shared secret, and then transfer the funds to the new shared, like the new private address. So yeah.
Is it live yet?
For now, it's in testnet mode, but we will release more. So yeah, more on public testnet because we're building a lot now. But yeah, we will release more on our social media and then yeah, for the testnet. Yes.
Why would it be better than other privacy-preserving solutions like Aztec or?
Yeah, because you can deploy our contracts to any EVM chain right now. So you have all of these public EVM chains. You can just deploy our contracts to the EVM chain and then use safe. Like it's very easy to just use it with a safe. And for now, other solutions they don't really support safe. You can still have your private key, and if you lose it, you also lose custody of all your funds.
Yeah.
So
how much more expensive would be, for example, a stablecoin transaction?
sorry, what?
How much more expensive, like how much more higher would be the transaction costs with your solution?
Yeah, I think for safe, we pay like around 1 million now, but it's not really optimized. Like the proof is not really optimized, so it's like 2 million or 1 million gas. So yeah, depending on the network.
How much percent is this more than just a normal stablecoin transaction?
I can't really say how much. It's not really like the circle itself. It's not really optimized, so it can be much lower, like 50% lower. And now it's like around 2 million gas. So yeah, I think it would. Like, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
If I have one of these vaults, how do I deposit money in there? Is it like a simple transfer?
Yeah, it's just a deposit into the pool. So it's just like a transact function, and the safe itself calls this deposit function, or like transact, it's a general function, and then just deposits into this shielded pool where all of the funds from all safe users and also EUA slave. So it's like one omnipool contract which holds all of the funds. But actually to make this state transition, like the private transactions, you have to do the storage proof.
Any other questions? No? Okay, so thanks a lot.